Ellipses. Well now, time to don my other personality. I thought about the family business as I made phone calls one by one. I haven't taken part in any illegal dealings. We're trying to give the semblance of the legit company after all, and we don't want the police to pick up on anything funny. For example, I might provide snacks, towels, and ice, handkerchiefs, plants, and
Decorations.
artwork to hotels, fast food restaurants, pubs, clubs, etc. These may be minor accessories, but they still make a good profit when they start adding up. G-senjou Boulevard is known for its services targeting the younger generation. To a mafia company like the Azai Corporation that runs on both clean and dirty businesses, that's a treasure, just a treasury of power. The Azai Corporation has the biggest stake in Central Boulevard right now, but the organizations from the Kansai are starting to set their eyes on it again, so we have to stay alert. Right. In order to increase sales in the industry, a little competition would be profitable. We shouldn't push Kotani under too hard. Are there any outstanding issues that need to be dealt with? True, my father is a horrifying monster, but the Azai Corporation is not the only demon lord in some video game would actually relish in destroying the world.
I'm horrible.
I actually forgot about his face. I'm going to kill you all! Come to think of it, there's still Shatori Mizuha. Yes, thanks for the help. Someone caught my throat. Yes, thanks for the help so far. There's another issue. Shatori scorns me because she holds issue with my alleged mafia work at such a young age. Anyone with an honest job would be shocked after finding out what I really did. But it isn't unusual for the violent groups to use young people. They're young, full of energy, ignorant, and rash. And most importantly, they're protected by the law if and when anything goes sour. As the vanguard for violence, there is probably no better choice. The small difference between me and the rest of them, though, is that Gonzo doesn't treat me as just a bullet. My job's not using my body, but my mind. From the day I was adopted, Gonzo provided me with everything I needed. He even gave me the opportunity to get an education. Everything I could imagine was at my fingertips. Anything was obtainable. However, Gonzo recorded every last penny he ever spent on me. Not just food and water either. His criticism ranged from the rent of my tiny room to the cost of my office furniture, even down to a single sheet of tissue. Anything related to life was changed to form of debt to him. All the costs compounded by a steep interest forced me to use my mind to achieve his ends. Right. Well, I'll talk to you again soon. The call ended. I sat quietly under the dim streetlights. Nearly every problem in the world can be solved with money. Take Central Boulevard as an example. Its very composition is undeniably intertwined with the almighty yen. Cell phones ringing everywhere, women with brand name dresses. There's a road repair project underway at the very end of the year nears. Even the early winter's cold night sky is engulfed by the aura of the Sanao Corporation building. I'll crush all of this.
Could all be destroyed in time.
Then at the exact moment I whispered this to myself. Sure is cold. What did you hear? When did she appear? Usami stood in front of me before I knew it. Oh, Usami. You sure are playing around quite late, aren't you? Not really. As I've said earlier, I have a part-time job. I'm going home now. Really? What would that job be? I have a request. Didn't answer my question. You weren't listening, were you? I really don't like this girl. Sorry. I tend to bring down the people around me. It happens so much that I was a hot shot among the emo kids a while back. I can see why. I really am bad with huge crowds. I have bad habits like hunching over while walking and staring at the ground and counting the white lines in the crosswalk and stuff like that. What are you trying to say? The fruit stall. I mainly sell bananas.
And coconuts.
Enough. I understand. So what is that you want? Sami tilted her head. Could you lend me your cell phone? My cell phone? You don't have one? Yes. I'm not used to making calls. It's not just calls. You're not used to communicating itself, are you? To communication itself. That's not true. Clearly, she doesn't know the first thing about herself. I forgot my wallet when I left the stall. The stall will close if I don't go call soon. Sorry for being so stubborn.
Sudden.
Sudden. Okay. Okay, something's not right here. This annoying woman... What?
She's planning an evil plan against us.
Mm-hmm. This annoying woman, she is trying to check my call logs behind the guise of a long conversation. Sorry. What? I don't have my cell phone with me right now, even though I was just on the phone. You don't have it? Usami's eyes widened as if she were shocked to the bone. I think I dropped it about an hour ago. I'm actually looking for it now. Her pure eyes twinkled. Okay, that's a lie. What? Usami's focus slowly moved from my eyes to the right.
You should have just said that his battery died or something.
That would be better.
Yeah.
Pretty cold today, isn't it? My ears are so cold that they're turning red. I see.
She was stalking us.
The whole time. But your only left ear is red, which means that you had something pressed against your right up until now. This girl's pretty sharp.
She is a detective. Oh.
Pretty much. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to fool around with you. Don't glare at me like that. It's no problem. I was just joking too. We could have just laughed over it if you had said your right ear withstands the cold better. Sorry. I made my usual slack smile. It's okay. Usami also made a creepy smile. I handed my cell phone over, and Usami started dialing immediately. Hello, this is Usami from Part-Time. Right. Long and scattered hair. Usami. The stall owner's still there. Great! She returned to her lazy mood. The more I learn about her, the weirder she gets. Though I will admit that she's a genius at making others feel nervous. Or is it only me that she affects so strongly? I feel like that stare of hers sees everything within me. Okay, thanks. I'm done with the call. Okay, I'm done. Bye. Found your wallet? Oh, yeah. Looks like I dropped it when I was putting the bananas in the fridge after closing. The stall owner picked it up afterwards. You're pretty clumsy. It might not be something to be proud of. I get scolded all the time for it at work. Hair flip. She started scratching her head lazily. Alright. Bye. Sorry for the trouble.
I'll kill you next time.
And your little dog, too.
No!
Usami turned her back toward me and continued forward. So what's your real job? What? Usami turned around. It might have just been my imagination, but Usami seemed a little happy. Working at a fruit stall is a lie, isn't it? Jeez. What exactly do you mean? What's her motive? To keep the flavor properly, one should never refrigerate bananas. That's even more crucial as a salesman than a consumer. She must already recognize this. She's trying to test me. Ah, right. That's true. You got me. You're so smart, Azai-san. You saw through my lie in an everyday conversation. Don't fuck with me. And you, Usami, are such an interesting person. So basically, she never actually had an invitation to borrow my cell phone. Intention. That's not true. I'm really sorry. But my true workplace is a secret. Thanks.
She stole our fingerprints.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what she did. Why is she trying to get close to me? However, there's something I'd like to bring up. Seeing as you said so much already, would that be alright with you? Here it comes. What is it? The next point will be the crux of the conversation. No, it's not really that important, but Usami straightened her back and slowly as she spoke. Do you know Maou? Huh? It's not a word one hears often, so I thought I had misheard her. Usami glares at me with stern eyes. What's Maou? Some demon lord in the RPG video game? A game? Perhaps you could say that. I'm not sure what you mean. If you're looking for game walkthroughs, wouldn't it be better to search on the net? He's not some underleveled enemy that you could find about online. Enemy? Yes, an enemy. The lazy ambience which had dominated the conversation up until now disappeared in an instant. So, you don't know? Why would I? I came to the city to look for Maou. Are you serious? If so, then the only thing I can think is that you're a bit mad. That's all I want to say. Huh? I'm searching for Maou, and I just wanted to let you know that. Ellipses. I had no reply. Nevertheless, Usami's eyes reflected something beyond mere determination. They reflected absolute hatred. Sorry for bothering you. Her footsteps vanished into the crowd of Central Boulevard. Usami is looking for something called the Maou. She's probably referring to a specific person. Something feels wrong. Usami may be a strange woman, but she's clearly smart enough to be aware of what she's doing. So then why would she say something that would arouse suspicion and insanity? And why would she say it to me? Time to go home.
And forget all this ever happened.
Even if I think about it, I'll just come up with nothing. Nothing except Usami Hero calls herself Hero. A being of justice that subdues the strong and helps the weak. You don't find those kinds of people. If such an extraordinary exception existed, I'd like to see it. It gets me on my nerves, even if it was just a joke. And as for me, I'd rather play the role of the devil. Ooh. Although he plays the role of the devil, but he clearly was God earlier.
Yeah, he plays both sides. Dun dun dun.
Oh my gosh. At this time of day, the region of downtown Tomanbetsu City, called Central Business, was enveloped in the darkness of the night. Row upon row of colossal buildings stretched the deserted streets from the cold winter air. Still, even wild dogs and the homeless stayed away from central businesses. The offices of hundreds of powerful companies line up against each other within this single district. During business hours, famous celebrities from all around the world pass through this area and invariably show up on the media. Some business magazines have gone so far as to call the Tomanbetsu City Central Business the second largest Japanese economic powerhouse following Tokyo's business district. And the region center lies an especially eye-catching enormous high-rise, a gargantuan tower with 50 stories above ground and 6 beneath.
Wow.
Damn. It was designed with the purpose of overlooking the entire city in mind, a purpose not unlike that of the company it houses. The headquarters of the Sanao Corporation, one of Japan's top conglomerates. When the other offices went into slumber, only this firm remains awake. Since they acquired intelligence from agents all around the world, the data simply couldn't be processed within a 24-hour work schedule. Ooh. Real serious. And the deepest part of the building stood Maou. It's the 7th floor beneath the surface, 7th floor. A floor which should not have existed at all, the hidden chamber. It belonged to the Sanao Corporation, yes. But only a very select few were allowed to enter.
And I was one of them.
The average employee would not even be aware of its existence. This building had more security systems installed than any other in central business. Surveillance cameras, metal detectors, they had it all. The only access to the room was an elevator that led directly to the ground floor. For emergencies, triple reinforced glass separated the elevator door from the entrance to the secret room.
Even if someone was murdered in this room, the evidence could easily be concealed. Oh.
Why is there a different voice?
I don't know.
It's weird. A lone male said this. A man in a double-layered suit who looked to be somewhere in his 50s.
And had a high voice for some reason.
Mm-hmm. All older men must have high voices.
No. If I don't confuse myself, I'll give him a normal deep voice.
Okay. A few strands of gray popped out of his head of neatly combed hair. His Sanao Corporation ID badge reflected a dull light under the dim fluorescent lamp. I'm very sorry. Oh, that's you.
I'm very sorry for calling you off the site, but I would like to remind you that I too am pressed for time.
It turned into Ichi.
Deeper Ichi.
Deep Ichi. The man's tone portrayed his strong confidence. His name was Someya. Sanao Corporation's director of senior management and head of the corporation strategy. He holds absolute power in this company. A single order from this man could cause the Nikkei index to fluctuate. A single phrase could drive an employee to take his own life. Nevertheless, Maou merely stared blankly at the wall before him.
You've been senior management strategist from the shadows for nearly a year now. Isn't that right?
Rather than nodding, Maou calmly rearranged his position.
In the beginning, I thought you were just an outsider. Even with a recommendation from the CEO, this company has been in business for 80 proud years, without letting outsiders get involved so easily.
He's beating around the bush. Perhaps that particular tendency comes with the territory of someone working in the trade business. Maou looked at Someya emotionlessly.
True. The effects of your actions are very remarkable, my son. Thanks to you, our company finally got a foothold in the previously monopolistic military industries. Also, the layoff that allowed the company to get rid of the so-called large enterprise disease was necessary, as you suggested. Other than those,
He showed no sign of stopping this phrase. However, Maou already sensed the truth lying behind Someya's words. Thus, he finally began to speak. Oh. Oh wait.
Give him God's voice.
What you want to say is, you don't need me anymore? His quiet voice went straight to the point. Quiet voice. Someya went silent. I'll do the God voice, but like really quietly.
Okay.
You gained huge profits by following my orders.
yes.
But at the same time, you started many projects that can't be revealed to the public eye.
Our company is taking too many risks.
Because of me.
Because of that devil's brains of yours.
Someya's lips quivered. Maou knows. Someya may be in a position of power within an enormous company, but that only applies to the workings of the company itself. With respect to the illegal acts planned by Maou, he was a mere greenhorn.
To be frank with you, I want you to go to South America.
It's pretty warm. Maou, a subtle laugh escaped his lips. Someya tried to smooth things over.
You should go into hiding for a while, until things calm down.
That's pretty warm. Maou repeated again. What?
I think you're going into the red zone. It's like hot or cold. You're getting hotter. I'm gonna kill you now.
Yeah, but it's the Maou repeated again part is the same color as him speaking, which confused me.
Oh, because he did speak. And like, he said it again. Hello.
Yeah, yes. It's warm there. I've already prepared a resort over there. I promised you. You won't be treated unfairly.
Maou shook his head. Wrong.
What's wrong?